Good evening, everyone. I came through so we can listen to something. Some of you may have already heard it, some of you may not. But it has everything to do with the Carmelo Anthony case and how people tried to play like race didn't play a role. From we had our black people that were thought that white ice was colder and like, oh, you gotta, like Jamel Hill, you gotta teach young black boys to have discipline, to them people, them peckers, you know what I'm saying, acting like we're so emotional when the truth is in everyone's face. And I'm not going to let people gaslight us. As long as we have platforms, let's tell the truth. Let's stick to the truth. Let's stick to facts. And it's just sad that in this world, it's, as Tyreek and them say it, or Professor Black Truth, it's because I'm white and I say so. The case was nothing but racism. Racism. It just never fucking ends. We have so many cases of our brothers being falsely accused. This is throughout history. These people don't do anything differently. They do the same things. And what I get upset at us because it's like, why do y'all keep falling for it? We know what they do. Well, what the Metcalfs did was they went by the fucking supremacy fucking playbook. What they did was strip them of nothing. The father couldn't get Carmelo's father and his mother. They can't touch the money that was donated to them. The man can't make a living for his family. They always do that. When we're doing good, they hate to see us doing good. They complain if we don't have anything. They call us lazy. But then when we have it, they get jealous and want to take it. Those people have a problem of they need to walk with blinders. They're like horses. Because if you take the fucking blinders off the horses is looking everywhere. Like, yo, you have to mind to your own affairs, right? They don't know how to do that. And that's why we're here today with the Carmelo Anthony. Those big brute corn-fed motherfuckers went in the tent. It wasn't their business. One of them was see, here's the facts of the case, which people are putting out now, which I'm upset they're talking about it now, but here are the facts. You can search your public records. A few brothers and sisters did. They're not lying about it. That one of them was expelled from, well, not expelled, well, was going to an alternative school. I'm not sure which brother. And the other one, he was just like suspended from school. They try to put it like, oh, because of football practice. I have never heard anyone being suspended from school because they didn't show up for football practice. See, the Dwight lies. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. And so I came here so we can listen to something. So for those who said that race didn't play an issue, lies you tell. Lies you tell. We don't live in a post-racial society. We have never lived in a post-racial society. And this is what people have to understand. These people don't like us. They don't even have to be the phase. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the honorary phase that come here and they practice anti-black racism against us. The black American is the loneliest motherfucker on the world in the world when it comes to having friends. You get what I'm saying? Because people don't fuck with us. We've never done anything to anyone. We are welcoming, we're inviting. A lot of times when you see black people acting out, it's a response. It's a response to unfairness. It's a response to biases that are posed against us. People act like, we supposed to take the fucking abuse and it's okay. And some brothers and sisters, yo, they got Stockholm syndrome. And that's when they stop becoming family, brothers and sisters, and we have to leave them alone. See, delineating is not just with people that are non-white, but they're not black either, or they might be ethnic black from some other place or whatever, and they be on bullshit. That's what, brothers and sisters that are from other places that are rioters, yo, they cool with us, but the motherfuckers that are the mass majority that try to play us, then yeah, delineating is not only from them, but it's delineating from them phase too. You know what I'm saying? Them peckers. You know what I'm saying? But it's like every time we separate, they see what they doing over there. Leave us alone. You don't like us. You don't want to be around us. Just go. It's fine. It's fine. We're alone. No, we're alone in this world when it comes with solidarity. People always want to fucking misuse us. See, this is the thing. Use me, but don't misuse me. When you use me, that means it's a give and take, a reciprocal relationship. You know what I'm saying? You give some, I give some. It's boundaries and respect there. But misusing me means that you're crossing boundaries. You're infiltrating. You're crossing boundaries you shouldn't be touched. What Charlie Murphy said, a habitual line stepper. Yeah, that's a problem. They're always in your business. Oh, what you got there? Bitch, it's none of your fucking business. I told you, I witnessed it. I have PTSD from it, so I understand how these people get down. These people don't give a fuck. You could tell these people the truth. You be like, yo, that's not what just happened. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And like they said, because I am white and I say so. Yes, it did. No, these are the facts. These are the facts of the fucking case. These are the facts of the fucking case. And even like they said, Carmelo, that those boys were not in the tent with Carmelo. Carmelo, that damn got betrayed by that motherfucking, I don't know, mulatta, tragic mulatto, or that half Oye boy Eddie lied. He told Carmelo to come up to the tent. Carmelo had been in that tent prior. The Metcalf's boys, they were not at no school events, like I said. One of them was in an alternative school because of his behavior. I'm not sure which one it is. And the other one was suspended. So, and they were not at sporting events. They're football players. This was a tracking event, okay? So, yeah, so the story is that Eddie called them up or whatever, and there were other boys in the tent. When the story was first initially told, they would have you think that Carmelo was in that tent by himself because they said, oh, people be stealing. So if someone's stealing, that means they're in the tent by themselves while everyone is doing activities. No one's going to steal while everybody's in the tent talking to each other. Tent is, how big is the tent? The tent is up by the bleachers, up. Those boys came in. They know who Carmelo is. Carmelo at that time was recovering from a shoulder injury because that's why he had to stop playing football because his shoulder was injured. He was in a sling weeks prior. These boys, no, they never met each other, but they know who each other is. You know what I'm saying? When you're in high school, you know who such and such is. You just don't know them personally, but I know who this person is. You get what I'm saying? So the story is that it was a scrimmage in there, whatever, and everybody was in there, even including that Eddie, which I heard Eddie's testimony when Eddie said, they said, why didn't you stop it? He said, because I didn't feel like I had to get in the middle of it. So Carmelo was betrayed right there, right? But he was invited there, and he had been in that tent before. But that's not the thing. In track culture, they visit schools, visit each other's tents. That's what they do. And they mingle with each other and do what boys do, trash talk, play around or whatever. But those guys came in there to start some shit. They were jealous of Carmelo. No, they didn't know him personally, but they knew about him. All-star track star, all-star football player. Just couldn't play because his shoulder was messed up. Not even a big guy, but he's good at what he does. 4.0 grade point average. Saved somebody from drowning a few months back before this happened. This is a grade A kid versus come from a two family home, have your siblings, very nice family, got a car for his birthday, nice car from his birthday. Parents are doing very well in this affluent, they're affluent black people in a regular middle class neighborhood with phase that don't like that black people have more than them. So what did they do? They stripped the family. Hi TC, hi TC, hi TC. I don't know what to tell you. It shouldn't be down my volume. You gotta fix your volume because I tested it. It shouldn't be. You're gonna have to work with me because this is what I got. But yeah, they sat there and so back to he come from a two family home, a good home. They know this, they see this, and it's crazy because here's the thing: although they say they never met, they all live in within a community within a community. They said that the Carmelo and his family went to this church with all these people, the white friends and the community, and everybody goes to the church and they fellowship together. And this is where they made their fatal mistake. This is where they made their fatal mistake. I'll try to fix it. I could try to swap it out. Give me one moment. TC is definitely your volume, TC. I just played back on my phone, but thank you. Well, it's good to see you, TC. Good to see you. But I had to do an audio check, so thank y'all for waiting. And even in the replay, thank y'all for waiting. But so he comes to the tent, and at some point in the trial, people that were actually sitting, that were allowed, to be spectators, they said that it was a tussle back there. They said at one point he was pushed hard. They said that he pushed Carmelo very hard. So they were the aggressors. So why is Carmelo being responsible for their actions? He didn't come there to fight. He was invited up there. He's usually in that tent or whatever, which they wouldn't have known, right? Because they're not even supposed to be on school grounds. They were invited there because they needed extra hands. So therefore, the coach said, try to be team leaders and work on your shit or whatever. Okay, but why are you letting someone who's at an alternative school that doesn't even go there and who's on a football team, and then another one person that was suspended for God knows what? Why would you let them at a activity? And everybody saying that it was on a school ground. It wasn't on the school grounds. It's a field that all schools use in the city. So I'm just trying to figure this out. See, this is where the facts get distorted and people start to lie. This is where the lies come in. So I have seen Jamel Hill and other coons and stuff like that talking about these black boys got to learn discipline. He didn't come up there to fight. He came up there to be in sports. So he was supposed to leave the tent. It was raining on and off. So he's supposed to leave the tent and be out in the rain like a dog, like a stray dog. I'm trying to figure this out because these black people that are so progressive and supposed to be so smart in politics, you're telling us to run and hide. So you're talking about you're not going back to Jim Crow and we're not going, but you're saying it's okay to do it. You're saying it's okay to do it, and it's never okay to do it. And then it's this black people that deflect that, but like it's this MAGA attitude. I don't know where the fuck y'all been for the past, I don't know how old y'all are. It's always been this way. It's just that we have social media now that we can see every corner of the fucking world. So it looks like, yeah, this is a MAGA thing. No, it's always been like this. Every time, just think about it, it's worldwide. White supremacy, it's not the United States, and the United States do not have it worse. It's like this everywhere. It's nowhere a black man can go that he's not going to be fucking picked on. And it's even worse when you're a black American because other black people from other places don't like us. I don't know what we've done to people. We have not. We have been the most loving people to everybody, the most inviting people. What people see is the feedback and the kickback. We're just showing them, we're responding to them, we're giving them back the same energy. But for these people that are black people that know how shit is, no racism has been forever. We're going on 500 years. We're 500 some years. I don't know why black people keep on saying 400 some years. The clock didn't stop. It's still going. It's a system. So has nothing to do with all this shit. Oh, he made them emboldened. No, he didn't. They always been like this. I could tell you about 20 years ago what happened to me. I could tell you 10 years ago what happened before this guy came in office. It's always like this. People like to fucking hide black pain. But now that we have the internet and we can see all corners of the fucking world, there's no more hiding. That veil is up. The veil is off. We can't lie and say that we're in a post-racial society. We live in a post-racial society. We can't say, oh, it's not everybody. Honey, when some shit like this happen, you see who's on your side. The black American has no friends. Everyone is against us. They don't like us. We this. They wish they had to. They wish they would get rid of us, and they don't like to be around us. But everybody's always in our business, and this is a everybody thing. I just want to know, why is it that I'll see a topic that's a Black American topic or whatever, something that happened here, and then you see the host, they'll play the video and it's catfish, because when you see the host, it's some African. Africa is what, 54 fucking countries in Africa. You can't talk about that. Godfrey and his podcast. Everyone hates us. And with this Carmelo Anthony thing, everybody's happy about this. And this brother named Be Mild Conscious or whatever, the brother be out there with his stuff, but he be on point a lot of times too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hi, foot soldier. Hey, welcome. So what he said was that, how is it that we got that guy that's got off from murking our dear sister? She shouldn't have been swirling around with them people, but she did, over when he took her on a trip to Africa, and he came back alive and she came back dead, and they're gonna say that she killed herself. So he said, then we got the verdict with the child guy killing our young brother. And now we got the Carmelo court case that he was definitely railroaded by all fucking sides. Yo, he was like, how do we get 3-1? And then he came up with a conclusion. Well, he came up with what do you say? He came up with something that's suspicious. He said, "You think this is happening for this?" I'm not gonna go into it, but he made me think things to make you go, But for people, back to the story, for people to say Carmelo should have left, like a what? For why? We're not in Jim Crow. You're not gonna fuck. Didn't we have a whole fucking uproar with the civil rights movement with Rosa Parks? Well, she was in the first, as we know, but her being in the face of get off the bus, well, go to the back of the bus, it's the same thing. So if it was a problem with our elder Rosa Parks, or the first black woman that did it, well, she was a teenager then, but why is it not a part of now? He didn't belong in that tent. Everybody, that's track culture. They visit each other's tents. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck are y'all talking, especially the black people. Black people, Jamil Hill and all them, butter biscuits. You're not going to get them. He had to be an immigrant, so if he was an immigrant, would y'all fight harder for him? He doesn't have to move. He was familiar with the children in 10. He's an all-star fucking athlete throughout the fucking city. They have wrote articles about him. Those people know who they are, but who he was. And I have a strange suspicion it's because he was going away to college in the next half a year or whatever. They stole his dream away from him because them two buxom fucking hillbillies, they were not on no dean's list. They come from a broken home. One of them broke the fucking father's arm. Or the year before. Parents wasn't shit. The father have charges against him. They doxed the father already. They doxed the judges today. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's a motherfucking creep and a weirdo and a deviant. And here's this young black boy. He's not the stereotype, single baby mothers, welfare. His family was none of that. And they took it away from his family. The family cannot live anywhere. The family's always going to be in danger now. Do you see what they did? It's just another Rosewood and Tulsa and the move in Philly. They don't like to see us not just prospering. Now, the parents made the mistake by living in that all-white neighborhood. You have to stop moving your children into these neighborhoods where they're the minority. There are so many black people that I know personally, right? Because a lot of people back when I was growing up, they were getting these black kids, they were exceptionally smart, a lot of black kids, so they would send them to these schools in Boston and stuff like that. And if you know the history of Boston, you know Boston is the most racist place you're going to be on the East Coast, okay? They don't play. Them motherfuckers in Boston, them orange motherfuckers, they not playing with you. They would send them there. And one of them was my cousin. She was in Boston too. And she was like a patty white girl. Like she just tried to assimilate with them or whatever. Because they send them away 12, 13 years old. I don't even think they graduate middle school yet. They're like, it's like a preparatory program and then they transfer into high school. And like she was just like, whoa. And she went through hell. And her story sounds like a lot of other people's stories. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting your children in these uncomfortable situations. Well, we don't want to live in a hood, but look what you live in. It's a nice in between, and they have affluent black neighborhoods or middle class nice and black neighborhoods. What happened to those neighborhoods? Why do y'all bring your children into these problems? So yes, I blame the children. I blame the parents first. It's like I blame Trayvon Martin's parents. You have to tell your children the raw truth. If you're not a parent, you have nieces, nephews, little cousins, let them know. Let them watch Emmett Till. Show them Emmett Till's body that we all seen, him looking like the boogie fucking man. Show him, drown their heads out and tell them, don't be scared. I'm showing you this. Yes, it's a shock. It's scary. Wow. Don't be scared of those people. Don't be scared because they never change their fucking ways. Their ways, what they do, their ways of destructive behavior, they don't change it. They have the same fucking plan each and every time. So I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with us when we know if you date their women, they will take your money from you, say you raped them, say you beat them. We already know that these people really don't want you dating their children. And if you do, that's because you got something they want. And they're not going to let you go to that grave with no generational wealth. They're going to have you marry into their family, have children with their family, so that money that you made being black and having to go through everything, it goes back in their pockets. They do the same thing over and over and over, you know. So this case was just based on race, but this is not what you're here for. I talked for 20 minutes. Let's get down to what we're really here for. Let's go. Let me get this shit up. So this man, he had a gag order against him. The family had gag orders against them while the trial was going on, right? And he couldn't talk. So now that Carmelo, the fix was in, and Carmelo got fucked by everybody. His parents, everybody failed that young man. Everybody failed. That's a good fucking kid. That's it. Even if they was to let him out of jail tomorrow, he's done. He has trauma. He's no good. They fucked him up. And this is what they do. We allow them to do this to our children. We allow them to take stuff from us. Oh, what are they going to do? Motherfucker, why are y'all in politics? Why did y'all go to law school? Y'all are not powerless. Stop being scared. White people can't do any more than us than they already did. They have made furniture out of us, book covers out of us. They have stuffed they have slave hair in a lot of in the cushions of seats and old furniture. A lot of them old furniture, that's stuff with slave hair. A lot of that furniture, that leather is made out of slave black people, our ancestors' skin. This is the people we're dealing with. So I just don't understand, why would you have your kids out there blinded? I'm going to give you the raw truth. I'm going to show you strange fruit. I have shown my nephew, I have shown him strange fruit. I'm like, yo, he like, oh my gosh. And you should have saw his face. His face got pale immediately. I said, I understand. Don't be afraid. They do this all the time. You cannot mingle with them. I don't care what nobody say. You cannot mingle, because when we mingle with them, we don't come out alive or free. Okay? And here's the thing. This is a secret society with them. They could be cool with you, willy fucking nilly. You go somewhere with them and it's more of them. You're outnumbered, baby. You ain't going to be telling no story. They're going to be telling a story about you. Just like that brother was down south. And I'm going to play the video for us. Just stay tight. Let me get to it. Because when we play this video, we going to go. And when we go, we going. Just like this brother down south, he comes from a decent family or whatever. He started hanging out with this white boy. They got a lot of issues, use drugs. The white boy had a barbecue, and the black guy, he knows everybody at the barbecue. They're having fun. They talking. The black dude is sitting down in a chair, and he's chopping it up with the white, them fays. The white dude that he was really cool with, whose barbecue it was, he went behind him and hit him with like a crowbar or something of that matter, a club, a crowbar, kept beating him in the head. Then he hogtied him and put him in the fucking in the garage. All those white people said something. I'm sorry, they did not say nothing. When the police came, mum was the word, and he said that black boy that lives in a way, that black young man, it wasn't a boy, that lived way better than him, that did not use drugs, he tried to rob them, and that's why he beat him and hogtied him. The guy ended up living. But don't you know this motherfucker's family talking about they forgive him, forgive the white dude? This is the shit. This is why they keep doing this shit. There's no lesson to be learned. There's no, how about the sister, the West Indian sister that went with them, went to that sleepover, the PTA sleepover with all the mothers. Everybody leave in the morning. Nobody see her dead on the lawn. Everybody leaves out that front door. They don't see her dead on the lawn. How the fuck did she get dead on the lawn? We don't know. What the fuck you don't know? Nobody does. She doesn't sleepwalk. She doesn't have a history of sleepwalk. How did she get outside and y'all all came in and out and y'all left her on the lawn? They don't see us. They have a disregard for us. They don't see us there. You get what I'm saying? But black people like to lie to each other. Oh, they're jealous of us. They're not jealous of us. They just swagger jack. They ain't jealous of us. Why would they be jealous? We allowed them to get rid of killing our kids, killing our men, killing our women, fucking with our elderly. And we say, we can't do nothing. They want to provoke us. Stop talking that scared nigga shit. Get the fuck out of here. And this shit get me mad about us. Because why do we keep on letting them do this? They want us to turn up. It's more ways to skin a cat. You don't got to turn the fuck up. You don't got to get physical to turn the fuck up. But stop letting them do this. But see, this is the thing. We have had this one and time again with the ethnic, non-American black people. And the ethnic, non-American, black people, from other countries, excuse me, and the ones, and white people from other countries and white people here. We let everybody disrespect us. And they just do it. The honorary old phase. They disrespect us more than anybody because they want to be Master's house pet. I was just telling my homegirl Mo, I said, yo, you know how white people say we like their house pet because we built this country with them off of our free labor and we've always been here, and how neither one of us like outsiders? I said, they look at us like a fucking lapdog. I said, and these immigrants that come here that practice anti-black racism, I said, They want our position as the white man's lapdog. And this is why they're fighting us, because they're trying to prove they can be more loyal than us. Look at them. What did the first thing they say to black people when they come in? Y'all lazy. Y'all don't appreciate it. In my country, this, that, the third. Yeah, y'all don't appreciate it. Look what the white man gave y'all. Y'all should be happy. They're fighting to be the white man's house pet. They're fighting for our position, and we don't want that position. We want to be fucking left alone. We don't look at us. Some of us are still the house pets, but a lot of us, we're like, man, listen, y'all go about your way, we go about our way. And it ain't got to be no beef. We get anything, anytime we interact with each other, it's always going to be transactional, and that's it. They don't want that. When we said we wanted to separate from them and segregate, all this time they'd be like, go back to Africa. We hate you. And then all of a sudden, we said, yo, you right. We going to segregate. We going to be on our side. You going on your side, and we just do business. Well, where are you going? Why do you, well, you can't be around us? Why? You don't own us, motherfuckers. And this is what Metcalf thought. He thought that he had the authority, those Metcalf boys, they had the fucking authority to fucking go ahead and tell Carmelo, get the fuck out in the fucking rain. It's first of all, them bleachers are slippery. So the black people saying, why didn't he leave? Why should he leave? He doesn't have to leave. Why did they come in there and come mind his business? While he was having a conversation with people, they came there and mind his business. And the boy that invited him, and that Ted Eddie, I think he's part of the setup, because it's really funny that Carmelo was going to get a scholarship, all this shit, and all of a sudden now it's all gone. This shit was set up, but they didn't think that that Metcalf boy was going to hit the dirt. They thought that Carmelo maybe would have got a severe injury, because if he's thrown out the tent and he's up there on the bleachers, he can kill himself. He can hurt himself. He already have a bad fucking arm. And the first thing them boys do is hit him in that bad arm. So that means they were watching him, because they don't want you to have nothing. Those boys who was going to have shit, this shit could have been all set up by Todd, how black people like to say, right? But anyway, the family had a gag order, and now it's lifted because the case is over. And the father had a couple of terse words, not only for the Anthony family, but for us black people in general. And I want y'all to listen to this shit. Don't y'all ever say, why didn't he leave? And maybe he shouldn't have had a knife. He didn't have a knife. It was a fucking utility tool. And a lot of times, fact check, people that run track, they change their fucking cleats with a sharp object. Yeah. And even if he didn't, it wasn't for his cleats, you are allowed to have a pocket knife. That wasn't school grounds, so let's get it straight. It was a place where school had events. So yes, it was a school event there, but it wasn't school grounds. That shit belonged to the city. Okay, it wasn't a knife like Jason Voorhees. It was a fucking utility tool. And they said that more than likely, when that boy went in to hover over him and jump on him, he got poked. They said because at one time they believed Carmelo was in a headlock. This is not hearsay. This is something that when people were in the court taking notes or whatever, this is something they were reporting. And they said that the defense never took that to account to say, what do you mean he pushed him hard? He pushed him in his shoulder. Everybody know that shoulder was messed up. That's why he couldn't finish the fucking season in fucking football. His shoulder was fucked up. And everybody know that the schools are right. They live off of sports down south. Them high school sports, yo, it's a big thing. Niggas got big rackets going betting against these kids. They knew that. Although they never met him, they knew him. Okay? Black people, what they say, black people ain't never alone in this world. But anyway, the gag order was put in place. It was lifted today. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to go get my muffin. Y'all going to hear it. I'm going to play it for y'all. And we just going to go from there. I got to find it again. And I don't have like TikTok and Instagram or whatever, like to like work their thing. So I had to get it off of somebody else's page. So you might hear somebody else talk, but we hearing a replay of a replay. If I'm by the phone, you know, I'll forward their part or whatever, because we didn't come to hear those people. We came to hear what Hickory Dickory Dock with a deceased fucking son in the dirt got to say about us. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go. Because I want to play the whole video. I'm going to mute you really quick because I want to get it right, and then we go. Give me a few more moments and thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to forward it because this brother had the whole fucking rant. So let's listen to this cave beast, this Neanderthal that didn't fucking raise his kids right. So therefore they were known as bullies. They got bullied. So one of them is in the fucking dirt and the other one about to go crazy because he know he made him and his brother fucking were the aggressors, and because partly because of him, his brother ain't here no more. Too fucking bad. But hold on. Okay, remember we listen to the father now. Okay, hold on. Here you go.
Real. I'm sorry. The race car, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. I got a new name for Mellow, okay? Because he was such this little boy I was trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? For the boys. So if you want to talk about stolen land, yeah, that starts here. We were here before y'all were. They took all our land and put us on a reservation. They just brought you guys over on a boat. Work.
So did you hear what this racist said? This is our land, and he points to his white skin, and he said they put us on a reservation. These $5 fucking Indians, they white as snow. I'm Indian. No, we know what those red dots look like, and we know what the indigenous look like, who were black people. We had the red skin ones, and then we had the indigenous who were black people who were already here that did not come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just said that. He said y'all, this is our land. Y'all came over on boats. This is the guy whose son just got murked. So you see the kind of attitude we're working with. And like I said, this brother here that's playing this, I'm gonna have to forward him, but he has the whole entire video. This is not AI. This is this man's first live. There were comments and everything. This man was on live yesterday. This is not AI. Don't let them fool you, because everybody down, those who know, downloaded it, and there were comments because he told some black woman he cursed her the fuck out. I don't know what part of the live, we'll catch it or whatever. So this, don't let them people fool you. Don't let them fool you. Oh no. Hold on.
Hey man, that's your gig. Cool. Doesn't bother me until you bring it in my lane. You bring your shit in my lane, I'm gonna run your fucking ass over. You understand that? Don't underestimate old man. Anybody seen Dirty Harry? Plenty. Yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're
Oh, here we go.
a racist ass prick. Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
So you heard somebody say, I didn't know we was gonna, but you heard her. She said, you're a racist prick, and you heard what he said. Fuck you, nigga, bitch. This is the guy whose kid got murked. So if you had any fucking doubt about maybe Carmelo should have avoided it, he was surrounded. He couldn't leave. Whether he fought or he left, they was gonna kick that boy ass. That boy is 130 pounds at 5'8". These guys right here, the twins, are over 6 feet tall and over 250 pounds. Now you see where they get this attitude from. Did you hear what his father said?
Yo.
Hold on. Let me forward this guy. Hold on. Give me a few more moments. Thank you. But so far, I have to find a spot. But so far, what y'all thought? You heard what he said. He made some pointers. He said they were here first, and he points to his skin, and we came over boat on boats, and Carmelo Anthony's family is probably happy because he's probably the first one that was going to get out and not have a record. Did you hear what he said? So do you guys see the setup? They watch us. We don't know they be watching us, but they're always watching us. Like Sister Shahada said, she said Sarazad. How do you say Sarazad? Yeah, I can never pronounce that woman's name. She said, as black people, she said we're never truly alone. She said that's why they could jump in front of us in the line because they just don't see us there. Oh, they don't see us, but they do see us. You get what I'm saying? They don't see us, but if they do see us, they was watching Carmelo. They knew what was up. This guy had a bunch of loser ass fucking sons and stuff like that, and now Carmelo's being painted as a fucking villain, and you got your own people that have experienced racism first fucking hand say he should have left. Why don't y'all get tired of running? Yo, you have to fight back. But a brother said something so profound. They said, yo, do you realize that Carmelo, even though he didn't mean to do that, he was afraid why it happened. He said, yo, that's our modern day Nelson Mandela. Yo, we gonna take care of him in jail. It doesn't matter. He didn't back down. Although he was scared, that's what happened. He didn't mean to kill nobody. He said, but it happened. And you know what? Fuck it. You know why? Because the brother didn't run. He's not even built like that. Carmelo Anthony, by witness testimonies like beforehand and stuff like that, they say he's kind, he's respectful, he's just a good kid. So no, talking about why did he have a knife? He came there looking for trouble. No, he came there to run track and participate. Those guys came there looking to be Dog the Bounty Hunter, and two came to the track meet and only one fucking left. See, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's what fucking happens. And these motherfuckers know that we have PTSD, whether we realize it or not. It's PTSD there. And they fuck with us and turn on that light switch till you gotta wild out. Like I told you, my neighbors upstairs, I was going to take them. Either we both was going to go to jail or the upper room, or one of us was leaving and one of us wasn't going. You get what I'm saying? Was staying. And yeah, they drive you. They play psychological games, and people say, "Well, you got to be you have to be emotionally intelligent. You cannot be emotionally intelligent when someone's constantly fucking with you and fucking with you. They will sit there and follow you. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Bitch, go. What's you going the opposite way? Go. And then, y'all say, well, we don't want to say, because they call the cops, and the cops be on their side. It does not matter. They call the cops whether you have a confrontation with them or not. I was about to say something. Anyway, let me find out this marker where his brother stopped talking so y'all can hear the rest, because this gets better. Oh, it gets better. Hold on.
Black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. He's the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. I got a new name for Mellow, okay? Because he was such a little boy he always trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you for the boys? So if you want to talk about stolen land, yeah, that starts here. We were here before y'all were. They took all our land and put us on a reservation. They just brought you guys over on a boat. Works for you? Hey man, that's your gig. Cool. Doesn't bother me until you bring it into my lane. You bring your shit in my lane, I'm gonna run your fucking ass over. You understand that? Don't underestimate old man. Anybody seen Dirty Harry? Honey?
Yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're a racist. Did you hear what he said? I'm sorry. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what the fuck this cracker said? Ain't he supposed to be mourning for his son? And this is what the fuck he says? He been waiting to say that, and this is why they put gag orders on him, because they know he can't hold fucking water. Just like that stupid little boy, he gets on the fucking, as soon as his brother get murked, he gets on the fucking television and tells you. I don't know why everybody has selective memory. He says, my brother pushed him and tried to take his bag from him. Carmelo Anthony never told them touch me and see what happens. That's a lie that should have been debunked. He said, as long as y'all don't touch me, I don't care. One of the witnesses that was on the stand said that Carmelo was punched fucking hard, and he tried to jump in like to say, let's stop fighting. And he said he was pushed out the way by one of them boys. Y'all got to make stuff make sense. And even if he said, touch me and see what happens, it's his God given right. They touched him and they saw what happened, right? Because that boy was scared. See, our parents as black people always told us, leave them people alone. A scared motherfucker will take you up out of here. We all know that as black people. So he was afraid because he realized at that moment he's going to get his ass kicked. Those boys were like black belts in jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. They're way bigger than him. Yeah. Talking about he should have fought with fists. And then we got that coon ass Judge Joe Brown talking about he's a Carmelo Anthony is a thug and he had no right and he should have got that fucking old motherfucking coon. Fuck Judge Joe Brown. See, back in the day we used to watch the show not realizing how bad he treated black men and males. Yo, he talked to them dirty, real fucking dirty. But now it all makes sense. Fast forward 20 something years later, the shit he's been saying, okay? It's fucking ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous. But here we are. So let me find, this part where the brother is not talking. Like I said, this brother is the only one that had the full fucking shit because it's going to get better. He just replayed some stuff because I think people came in his room, so he tried to rewind it back for them. But it gets better. Hold on one moment.
I would assume, and this is my fault for making assumptions, that you would have common sense. So for the record, he has.
Ah, shit. Let me find the other one, the other recording, because this guy talks too much during his live. Let me find the other one, because it gets really fucking good. Like, this motherfucker went all the way in. Hold on. He went all the way in. I had to send this shit to my homegirl. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta see this shit. Y'all gotta see this. Like, what? What? This motherfucker, hold on. I gotta find. Here we go. Hold on. Yeah. This is it. Okay, hold on.
You think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Individuals who choose to monetize the death of a dead child or speak very derogatory of him or make memes and talk all over the internet about my son.
The same way your people, when Trayvon Martin died, George Zimmerman got to auction a gun off, make money, take pictures. They made memes laughing at our young brother. You are not the exception of the rule. And even though you may not have did Trayvon like that, he's your people and you feel the same way. So, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. These people got it. You have to give these people their own medicine.
While I'm under a gag order in case it's It's like being tied to a chair and someone is slapping your face back and forth, and you can do nothing about it but take it. Well, that day is ended. The muzzle's off. And all you people, I'm telling you up front right now, this is a warning. Karma's vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I don't have to come after you. It's going to take care of itself. People are going to see you for who you really are now. And if we want to talk individuals, we can, because I couldn't speak about this in court. But I can speak freely now because the gag order is lifted. Tiffany Billions, Wackadoo, McAdoo, whatever her last name is, I'm not going to throw insults at you because I'm not going to lower myself to your level. But you're despicable. Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impacts. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child, and I swear to God, CPS to show him check on those other three that you still have.
Okay, so did you hear everything this guy said? He should be mourning. He said he could not wait for the gag order to be lifted. And he's going to say how he feels. So he's calling people out. And then he does what they always do. They deflect. They put their shit on us. They'll say stuff that applies to them, not us. So then he says, you raised him, yeah, in a two-family household. Carmelo Anthony's father does not have a record for beating his baby mother or wife. You have a baby mother. Carmelo's parents are married. Catch. You raised a bully who ended up losing his life being a bully. Okay? Checkmate. So you lost. You lost this round, and it's okay. But he's talking about getting Carmelo's brothers and sisters taken out that woman's home, that woman and that man's home. He's trying to take all her children from her, whether it's jail or hell. This is a threat. This man must be stopped. They have to put a restraining order against him because they haven't been talking about the man. He talked about them, and he's a liar. Everybody was at the trial. They said his people were there. They were there, and then we saw them come out the fucking courthouse afterwards. Remember, the grandmother was in the car with the brother and everything like that. So where they? This is what I'm saying. These people, it's a lie, and you can show them as a lie. You can see with your own eyes. You know what they tell us? Believe what I tell you and not what you see. You gotta be a motherfucking dummy to go for that motherfucking shit. But he's just a nasty motherfucker. So can now y'all can believe his kids probably nasty motherfuckers? I'm just saying.
You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left. When asked, I didn't stab anyone.
And that's the problem. They think they're fucking God and have ownership over the land because he's saying, well, you hired someone who's a civil rights activist, and you brought race into it. No, it was always about race. Where they live is a sundown town. The history of that town, when you look it up, before it became what is it called? Damn, so I'm tipping my brain now. The name of their town, but it was called something else. And they talk about how they used to treat black people, how they drove them out, all types of shit. This is the type of motherfucker that is, he's useless. Him and his fucking kids are useless. So now he's trying to get the children taken out, the rest of the children taken back out of the home. He is talking shit about black people and the Anthonys collectively. He's saying the deflection shit. Well, look how you raised your kid. No, look how you raised your kid. And now you got one dead motherfucker, and you got another motherfucker that ain't gonna be able to take the fucking the guilt of assisting his brother in dying. They're not victims. They're not victims. Carmelo Anthony was a victim. It was him against everybody in that fucking tent, and everybody in that tent was fucking scared of those bullies. So it was just him by himself, the victim. He's the victim. You didn't come to that press conference to pray with them. And as we have seen instances where people's parents have came into the courthouse and killed a motherfucker because they wanted vengeance. They were out for vengeance. They were out for blood because someone wronged their family, so they felt. And in those cases, it was true because there were kids that were abducted and stuff like that. But in this case, no, because if your son was alive, all he would do was what they all do, these supremacists. They get a job in law enforcement and stuff like that, and they brutalize more black people, turn a blind eye to black people, fucking atrocities or whatever. And here's the thing, these people are very motherfucking familiar about what they do to us. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl had said today, the famous saying, they want our rhythms, but they don't want our blues. And I said, honey, they don't want our blues because even though they tell us racism is not a thing and we need to go ahead and take accountability for us not having anything and all the lies they perpetuate, and people just go ahead and repeat it, even other black people. But, I mean, they say this shit, but this is all them. This is them. It is them. More white people are on fucking welfare than anybody. There are more. Look at the database for deadbeat dads, the national database. There are so many white sperm donors on there. It's ridiculous. But we're the ones that come from single parent homes. Meanwhile, this motherfucker's wife had a whole restraining order against him. His kids whipped his ass. But we're the ones that don't know how to parent. What are you talking about? We've been fucking literally letting your kids get nutrients from the fucking nipples of our fucking breasts and shit like that. You say we can't live without y'all? No, y'all can't live without us. So all that shit y'all talk, y'all are always up our ass. And they do know what they're doing. When my homegirl said that, and I broke it down to her, she got it though. Like, yeah, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. That's why they wouldn't want our blues. As much as they try to say nothing, oh, racism is a thing of the past and they didn't do anything. It was their forefathers and we need to get over it. It's really mighty funny that they teach us to forgive. Meanwhile, they never forgive. Their heart is cold as fucking ice. They could give two shits about black people. And no, we have to start treating them like they treat us. One apple swallows the bunch. So when one of y'all do something, it's going to be all of y'all thing, just like they do us. But to say that, this boy is a thug, no, he wasn't. And he's lying because he knows that these motherfucking fags like him, they fucking are just like him. So therefore, believe what we tell you and not what you see. We saw your sons admitted on TV that they fucking initiated the fucking interaction. If they never did that, you would have two sons doing their first year of college right now. No, they're losers. Yeah, he's gone. And when we finish my thought, all that happens is that if he was alive, he would grow to be a bully, and black people really be in trouble because he feels like we need to move when they say move. And I'm going to go back to this. Any of you black motherfuckers come up and say, oh, he should have just left. No, he couldn't leave no matter what. He was going to get fucked up, and it could have been his death. I'm glad it's not this brother's death. Okay? I'm glad he is alive. But leave for what? So you gonna let these people come up to you and leave? Y'all make a big deal about people being Karens, but then in the same breath, you're telling this young black man not to fight. And they said he was in a fucking a headlock. The boy's knife was less than fucking 4 inches. It was 3 inches, his utility knife. So it was just a freak accident because nature and the universe had enough of your fucking son's antics and said, time is up. That is freak accident to fucking die from that short bit of fucking knife. That is a fucking freak accident. It wasn't no big fucking knife. No, it wasn't like that. It was a short motherfucking pocket one. and your son got popped up in his motherfucking chest and went to the upper fucking room. Grand opening, grand fucking closing. You are a fucking idiot, sir. You raised a bunch of reprobates, and you gonna talk about this boy in a nice home? No, you not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And then he had a nerve to talk about the guy, Dominique, I can't remember his last name, from the Action Network, that this the activist that first was with them at the first press conference last year. He talking about, yeah, he shake babies or whatever. Yeah, but we just found out that the motherfucking prosecutor, he has a million fucking cases of sexual assault with a staff member. So let's just try this again if we doing character. Or how about you? You beat the fuck out of your wife and then you raised two fucking racist idiots that instead of getting it on their own and not worrying about what this young black man got going on, they didn't. And like I said, two came to the track meet and one left. Okay, go dig that motherfucker up in the dirt and you tell him your problems. We don't give a fuck about his problems. And I'm not cold. Black people have to stop saying that shit. Whoa, it's a tragedy to both died. No, it's not a tragedy to both died. Carmelo, whether he realized it or not, he did the whole world a problem, a fucking favor. Because like his father said, racial racism is it's huge, it's a big deal, but yet then he says everything fucking racist. He says black fatigue is real. Y'all quit it. He said black fatigue is real, but boom, bum 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 bum, he's right. See, this cracker didn't lie, but he don't realize what he's saying is really our testament. Carmelo Anthony is a victim of black fatigue. Why? Well, that term was coined by a black sister who's an author, activist, intellect, and a motherfucking and she's a professor or something like that. She's brilliant, and she coined that term to express the way black people feel having to deal with the shit we got to put up every fucking day of our life to the point that it causes trauma, PTSD, even going crazy. It's a lot for us. So yes, he's right. We have black fatigue, but these crackers, as usual, fucking steal terms, don't know what the fuck it is. I mean, and it came from a black woman, but they always stealing something from us. You know what I'm saying? And then they turn it around and use it on us. You're right. So for now on, when they say we have black fatigue or whatever, you are absolutely right. No, it's a we, not a you thing, because we're tired of you. We don't need monitors. We don't need you to act like the Lord of land. Nobody asked you, nobody deputized you to be a fucking overseer. Fuck you. And black people, that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened. Man, fuck you. They don't give a fuck about Carmelo Anthony. Right now, they cannot. I was watching a video, and it was Nika at Night. So she was interviewing the guy, Dominique, the sports person, spokesperson, and he was saying that people are blaming him for the Anthony's picking a white lawyer. And he said he had nothing to do with it. He said that 7 lawyers came that were black and the other ones were white, and they had 24 hours and they picked that guy. He said he didn't have no influence of it on it. They did what they did. But then he proceeds to say that can you believe that one of the lawyers wanted to charge them $500,000 to represent him? And I looked at this fucking stupid banana boat riding motherfucker, and I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, it's a national case. That's cheap. And they raised 670 grand. The community, we will pay for it. We gave them 670 grand. Too bad they can't touch the money. They said the money can go directly to the lawyers, but they can't get it in their hand. That's how they have that shit locked up. You know, but we would have paid for it. That's what that brother need. We're paying for it now. Everybody's on fucking code. I know myself. I vow to put $25 to $50 every fucking month on that young man's, that baby's books. I'm gonna do it, and a lot of other people. They said that his books, you can't put no more money on it right now where he's at because they say he's totally maxed out. So a $500,000 fucking lawyer is not a big deal. And if you're supposed to be their activist and a sports person, if spokesperson, if that black man that wanted all that money, if he was good, so what? All right, $500,000, pay it. It's not a big deal. It wasn't your money, and that's the whole thing. So y'all didn't want to pay $500,000 or whatever. So now he's in jail for damn near the rest of his life because they're gonna try to kill him. So he's in jail for the rest of his life because $500,000 was astronomical. Yet y'all got this rinky dink lawyer and he got your son life. the thinking. And now the parents want to say, oh, everybody told us to get a white lawyer. So that lets you know what their mindset is. Why would you listen to that? A white lawyer. This guy was a prosecutor up until like what? A few years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Everybody's friends. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that? He didn't do a closing. He didn't defend him at all. He was popping them in lies. And he was just like, oh, okay. He didn't bring no witnesses in. Come to find out later on that they had fucking witnesses, expert witness that was going to talk about bullying or some shit like that. And then they had people to come on Carmelo's behalf. They said that motherfucker didn't call nobody. Wow. 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 Yeah, that's three wows back to back. That is crazy. But I'm just wondering when his parents saw that happening, why didn't you could fire your lawyer on the spot? I watched this fucking this guy, you know how you be watching shows or whatever, and no, it wasn't a murder case or whatever, but still, the fact remains it's still a court setting. Yo, this motherfucker fired his fucking lawyer right when we gonna get to what's going on. He was like, I'm fine. This guy's a fucking idiot. I need new counsel. That's it. That it gotta be on hold. That's it. You don't have nobody. We're not doing it. You can't tell me I can't do it. It's my rights. I could fire counsel at any time. I had to go to court for a personal matter, not no criminal shit. It was personal. I fired my lawyer. I fired the bitch. I said, yo, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it was something very important, something that could have fucked me up, but it wasn't criminal. I fired the bitch. And she was really fucking mad. And she tried to withhold, so she's like, these are my records, my documentation. So you gotta give it to me. It's my case. It's my case. You have to get we hold. I said, for what? It's my case. You better give it up. I went right to her office and got my shit. And I was way younger then. You know what I'm saying? Even if she was right at that point, she would have been wrong. But and she gave it up. And I went ahead and I bought myself some time. I told the judge, like, listen, I gotta find a counsel because who I had was not effective. It was like, all right, you got until what they gave me like a whole month to find somebody. I found somebody, and even then, I did my own footwork. I won my fucking case because although I hired another lawyer, I knew that I had to fight for myself. I did my own research. I was drafting up papers and everything. I knew nothing about nothing, but what I knew was that I didn't want whatever was happening to fuck me up. His parents could have did that. I just don't understand why do white black people put their lives of their children in white people's hands. They've shown white time and time again they don't like us. They don't like us, and they will use anybody to get at us. And people with the fucking semantics. Oh, it wasn't an all-white jury. They weren't no black jurors on there. That's what I'm saying. No black jurors. They said they had an Asian, they had two Asians. They had an Indian woman that she was like brown skin, and they had white men. So where's the black person? They struck out three sisters because they said that the sisters they were educators. You want educated people that can use logic in a jury. The shit they say is not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? The judge fucking allowed it because they knew they was going to let that boy fry. The trial was supposed to last anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. That shit wasn't even a full fucking week. They started what, Wednesday, Thursday? We was out. We was done by Tuesday. We were done and sentenced right away. This is a national criminal case. Nah, you don't get sentenced that day either. You know what I'm saying? A lawyer did say that you can get tried and sentenced that day. He said this, but not on a magnitude of this, you know, not the size of this case, not the magnitude of this case. No way, no fucking how. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and listen to this reject father. He has said something else. Hold on. Let me see.
And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted.
Okay, what I was about to say is, I knew I was at. So he talks about how he showed up at this press conference, not to, and like I said, we saw people, fucking pop people, come up to conferences at courthouse to pop people. So you was not there. And first of all, that wasn't a public property. That was the Action Network's fucking building. Oh, he felt like he owned that too. He said, I came to bridge the gap. No, you didn't. Your son just got murdered by a black child. You didn't come to fucking, you came there to intimidate them, just like your sons went in that tent to intimidate Carmelo. Okay? It is what it is. And they're a bunch of pussies because when He got poked and the other twin was there, and then he lifted up his shirt and said, I think I got stabbed, and Carmelo ran, because he was scared. Why didn't your fucking other son run after Carmelo? And I held my brother. No, see, we got a whole shoulda, coulda, woulda. You see how this go? Just like they said, Carmelo should have left. A whole bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It ain't happening, Captain. You fucked up by raising two fucking barbarians because you a barbarian. And then you talking about it's a flex because Carmelo probably the only one that didn't have a fucking criminal record. Well, if he wasn't, you and your family made sure that he would have one so he could fit the stereotype. But let's press play.
Felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bull? How about Minister Jew? Y'all think I'm saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into...
When white people say they are Christians, that is saying white, that screams white supremacist. A Christian doesn't act like this. Yes, you acknowledge that you have bouts of anger, but a Christian doesn't act like that. A Christian don't call somebody watermelon felon. Christians don't do that. See, when they say Christian, that means racist. And let me tell you something. If white people believed in the Bible, they push on everybody else. This Christianity that they practice, which is called white supremacy. If they really were true Christians, no way, no how, they would not be able to see the pain that they inflict on other people, and they would hold themselves accountable. Get the fuck out of here. And they don't believe that Bible, because if they did, they wouldn't do what they did. Because if I believe that I will be punished and I'm supposed to be good to people or whatever, then why am I being shitty to people? It is a contradictory a statement for them to even say that they're Christians. Psych, you're fucking Mike. Christians don't do that. Christians don't do that. The way you are, Christians don't do that. So how are you a fucking Christian? Like I said, they don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in God. To them, they are gods and goddesses. They rule the fucking world. And the whole world bows down to Caucasians. I don't know why, because they try to take over everything. They fuck up everything ever since they got control of God's green earth. Everything they touch, from the rainforest to the wilderness to space to fucking earth. Earth, animals on earth, our ecosystem with our plants and water, they have fucked it up. Not a place a white man have been on this fucking earth and they landed and they left it the fucking same. The Tasmanian people, and I keep on telling you, they are extinct. You know why? Okay. Okay. Okay, them pink nosed motherfuckers. That's the reason why. So, and they brag about it. See, they try to say, "Oh, it's not true. Y'all gaslighting. Racism is over. Don't do the race card." Well, it wouldn't be a race card. See, this is where they contradict themselves. It wouldn't be a fucking race card if it wasn't racism. I can't have a race card if it ain't racism. So, does racism exist or it doesn't? You see where we going here? Oh, raggedy motherfucker. Hold on.
Why? And if anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud?
No, but your children saw how you acted. They emulated, and one is here, and the other one is in hell.
Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you program your kids to hate?
Do you see what I'm saying? You see the fucking deflection. You see how they try to motherfucking bounce that shit back on us or whatever? That's him. He speaks of his evil. They teach their children to be racist. We teach our children to be loving. We just tell our children you got to be careful because stuff like this, like the shit with Carmelo Anthony, he thought them crackers was his friends and the mulattas and them Hispanics or whatever, them Goya beans, and they wasn't. Do we teach our children hate? You taught your children hate, and that's why they went in that tent to fuck with that black boy that had everything going for himself. That's the fucking reason why. I hate when they do this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm always gonna get mad when they do this shit. They're fucking liars. They're fucking lies. His son said on TV, everybody got closed ears, hear no evil, see no ear. What are we speaking? What are we doing? Let's tell the truth.
Kill. From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong, we got a lot of people that embarrass me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that.
He said we have a patent on embarrassing our race. No, you guys do. Y'all idiots wrote fucking books about how y'all savage the fucking world being fucking cave beast, heartless people, motherfuckers that just don't. Y'all don't care. Y'all are heartless motherfuckers. Motherfuckers don't respect y'all, want to be like y'all, whatever. The motherfuckers that don't know themselves, they don't want to be like y'all because y'all so great. They want to be like y'all because they see everybody is scared of y'all and therefore they can get some power. But y'all all insecure. You motherfuckers are insecure to the fact that your son got himself fucking set up and murked from his stupidity because he didn't know when to say no. And black fatigue is real. You're right. Like I said, black fatigue was coined by a black intellectual woman that speaks about our fucking experience day in, day out. They swear to God they fucking earn that. They swear to God they own that word. It's really funny. I'm waiting for the sister to come back in the forefront and say, stop using my shit. Or like Little Kim said, get your own shit. Why you riding mine? Exactly. Let's go back to this racist motherfucker. Now you can see why his son is taking a dirt nap and the other one about to join because that guilt was going to kill him knowing that he assisted in his fucking brother getting murked because they didn't let him take the stand because they know if they did, people would see, well, not that jury, but it would be obvious thing that, okay, you were the aggressor. Like you said, you and your brother were the aggressors and he and his friends would be charged as a fucking accomplice to a murder because it's because of his actions. He went over there to that tent with his brother that his brother is dead. This motherfucker need to be charged, but he won't.
And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it.
But didn't he just say he was Native American? Then he said that they were on the land and the only thing what happened to them was that they went to reservations while we got shipped and boat over here. So which one is it? Are you a Native American? Which I hate to say that. Are you a Native American or are you a white person? Those are two different kind of races and ethnicities, two different looks. Which one are you? See, he can't keep up with his lies. And the more this motherfucker talk, the more he gets himself in trouble. This motherfucker, let him keep talking because regardless of what, it cannot be ignored that Carmelo Anthony is going to need a retrial. People said until he's going to need a retrial because they all know each other. They're all in cahoots with one another. And that's just what it is. That jury was fucking handpicked perfectly to derail the fucking case. They didn't. It was no. The defense didn't defend. They didn't bring up the star witnesses and stuff like that. So yeah, basically he got fucked in front of our face. But I just don't understand what this cracker want. Ain't he supposed to be somewhere in a fucking in the back of his garage in his car with his garage door closed, running his car? Because he's so sad. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, but the black fatigue is real. This motherfucker is proving the reason why his son got fucking murked with the assistance of his other son and why what the true intentions are. He said he told us not to make it political, but we did. What the fuck are you talking about? It made national headlines. They made it political. You didn't tell the media to stop it. It's not black and white. You said it, but that's not how you really felt. You're a fucking devil.
But you're going to blame the white person for everything else. We're the bad ones. We're the one who held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do.
We couldn't have our kid go ahead and antagonize someone and then get killed and people don't blame us. We couldn't pick a jury that was going to come together with a fucking not guilty verdict along with the DA, the fucking defense attorney and the judge. All of you guys were in cahoot. We don't have that fucking power. We don't have the power to fuck with people and say, "Hey, believe what I say," and now what the fuck believe what I say, but not what you see. We don't have that power. We don't have that power. So all that shit you talking, they are lies. And if you believe it, if your people really believe that shit, then you guys are really fucking sick motherfuckers, and we need to get away from y'all, which we already knew. It. You fuck dogs, y'all fuck kids. Y'all got NAMBLA, what is it, National American Men that want to fuck, like something with children, that are attracted to children. Your people feel like it's okay to make pedophilia, take it out of the fucking criminal world and make it just like, oh, this is mental illness. No, this is your people. That's not our people. Your people feel like y'all the law of the land. You feel like you're the fucking boss. Black fatigue is real. Oh, I couldn't agree more. It is very real. And we're fucking tired of y'all. Go somewhere. Get the fuck out our face. Just like Carmelo told your son to leave him alone. We're telling you leave us alone. Because if you don't leave us alone, then it is what it is. It is what it is. You're gonna get yourself sued. Y'all don't have no money. You are antagonizing people now. And then you're talking about black people as a whole. For what? Someone's gonna get you. That big mouth is gonna get you sued. You ain't got shit. They gonna take that trailer park that you fucking got and get it out of here. Oh, what what I was about to say was, oh shit, wait. What I was about to say was, I'm sorry. What I was about to say was that when that guy Dominique, I'm so sorry. 20 minutes ago, what I was about to say is that Dominique was at Nika night, and they said, "Yo, is it true that Carmelo Anthony's motherfucking not Carmelo Anthony, if the Metcalf's uncle was a warden there?" And he was like, "Carmelo went here, and they shipping him here." I might have said it already, but I don't remember. Just in case I didn't, I'm gonna repeat it. He's not at that jail y'all speak of. So she said, "But is it true that his uncle's a Texan warden?" He said he's not going to be there. He never answered the question. So that means yes. And they're going to plan on hurting that boy because going to jails is not good enough for them. You know what I'm saying? But they said, So we'll just see how it turned out. Hold on, let me play it again. Hold on. Let me resume playing it. Give me one moment. But yeah, he knows the things we can't do that they can do. That's why his sons were comfortable to tell Carmelo to leave because that's something a white man could do that black people can't do. Nor we want to do. We don't give a fuck what you doing. We mind our business. But he's lying. What can you do that? So now he's trying to psych us out to say, "Oh, you guys are liars. You always using victimhood." No, you guys are liars and y'all using victimhood. Y'all feel like y'all deserve everything that ain't yours. Y'all feel like y'all own the world. Y'all play God. Y'all clone. Y'all do all types of shit that's totally against the laws of nature. So what the fuck are you talking about? You are describing yourself and your people, and that is the problem. Y'all have a sickness in your fucking brain. This shit is inherited through generations. People say, "Oh, racism is taught." No, it's not. See, DNA is a motherfucker. I keep on telling you, DNA is nothing but a fucking memory blank. So, like I always use this example. You're scared of water. Why are you scared of fucking the lake? Why are you scared of the beach, the pool? And you're like, "Yo, I don't know. Have you ever saw anybody drown?" Mm-mm. Why are you scared? You want to know why? Because somewhere down your family tree, someone saw something that had to deal with water that traumatized them. And DNA is nothing but an information memory base. So just like you could look like your great grandfather and everything, you have his memory bank within your DNA that triggers certain things in your mind when you see it and you don't know the reason why it's triggering. But that's it. That's what it is. It's a whole metaphysical thing, but nevertheless, it's science because it is biological. That's why your parent is your parent. That's why you and your brother and sister look alike. So it has nothing. You don't only take on the physical traits of the person, but you take on that spirit too of that person. That's some crazy shit, right? But it is what it is. That's the mathematics of that. But hold on, but this guy's a fucking liar. Like I want to punch him in his fucking face. Like this jealous motherfucker.
We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men are created equal.
So if all men are created equal, why did your son feel like that he was bigger and had more authority than Carmelo Anthony to tell him to leave?
The First Amendment protects free speech. I'm for it. Free speech doesn't guarantee you safety. Perfect example, Charlie Kirk, a man who I admired, looked up to. You know why? Because he could fight with words and logic. He didn't need fists, guns, or knives. No. He sat down and talked with you. How do you solve any situation when there's a problem? Communication. Charlie was an expert. That's one person I admit I would not want to debate. He was a walking chat GPT. But he held strong on his faith. He never wavered. His convictions were solid. He was a good man. Taken too soon also. Some people called him racist. Some people call me racist. Does it make me racist? No. My grandfather once told me, what other people think of you, son, is none of your business.
Did you hear what this motherfucker said? So this proves the case that your children started the shit because they're nothing but racists. And they felt like, why should this nigga sit there? He's having too good of a time. Because you know, white people don't want us to have a good time. As soon as we laughing and everything, what do? They try to fuck it up. That's just how they are. They're fucking haters. And he just said that he supported Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a racist, and Charlie Kirk got his karma. He got popped by a white man talking about black people. You remember that moment? They said, what do you think about school violence? He said, what are we talking about? Black on black crime? First of all, school violence is fucking a white thing. It's mass shooters. Black kids don't go in no school and shoot up the fucking school just because they're mad at the world. They might shoot another kid, but they're not shooting the school up. You see how this goes? So, yeah.
I didn't quite understand it then, but I understand it now. The only person that judges me is God. And God sees all.
Yeah, he see your ass. His thing went blank. That's not me. This man audio is out.
But nowadays, they don't teach it. They took God out of school. Look what happened. You think it's a coincidence that society started to decay even faster when we start removing things that are actually good foundations? God, family, friends, job. That's my pecking order.
That's his pecking order, but he beat the fuck out of his wife. Isn't that part of his family? And his son beat the fuck out of him and broke him up. Isn't that his family? So that's the pecking order that he respects and he lives by, right? Kicking your kid's ass, kicking your wife's ass, and then your kid's getting big enough to kick your ass finally, and then going outside trying to kick other people's asses that are minding their business. Boy, oh boy, God. They always like to throw that God on us. That our God is not their God. Their God is their father, the devil, Satan.
May not be for everybody, but it's mine, and I own it. Now, some people will ask you, do you know Jeff Metcalf? Yeah. What do you think about him? He's an asshole. Or, he's the greatest guy who'll give you the shirt off his back. So, they both can be right. Because I give what you get, or what you give, or to me, I'll give you back. So, am I racist? Yeah, I'm racist against assholes. I don't like them.
See, you can't be racist against assholes. Racist means race. You have something against a race. So is he calling black people assholes? You catch it? Are y'all catching what the fuck this idiot is dropping?
I could care less about the color of your skin.
Yes, you do.
We all bleed the same color.
Oh, that's not true.
The mental capacity of others sometimes astonishes me. At someone at a certain age, let's just say 40, 50, I would assume, and this is my fault for making assumptions, that you would have common sense, that you'd be intelligent, you could make a difference between right and wrong. Nah, ain't got nothing to do with age, ain't got nothing to do with color.
And why do they keep on saying color? I'm not a color. Yeah, we have a race, but I'm not a color. Like, you know what I mean? When they say color, yes, I say I'm black, but he said not a color. They speak of us that like we're objects. They don't see us as people. He's telling you everything. He said, yeah, well, I could be racist against assholes. That doesn't make sense. You would say I could be prejudiced against assholes. And he talks about intellect. He clearly has none. He's just running his mouth. And like I said, that's why the gag order is in place. He would have it would have, no, they still would have tried to put the fix in, but it would have been too hard to do it. This man is an idiot. This man is a fucking idiot. And he's going to get himself in trouble. He doesn't realize him talking, he's gonna make it more and more that it's not, they're not gonna have any other choice but to move it out of that town and to retry it. He's making the case for this nigga. Stupid ass. This is a dumb motherfucker. Like I said, these people, I don't know why people sit there and be like they want to be like them. These people are idiots.
It's up to you who you want to be. You chart your course. Guess what? It's not going to go the way you think. Promise. If there's a person who exists on this entire planet who's never had a problem, one, in their life, please step up. I want to meet you because I want to know how you did that.
Carmelo Anthony.
It's not possible.
Carmelo Anthony. They said he was a good kid, and your sons fucked it up because they're devils.
Life is not easy. God doesn't say that. God says there's going to be trials and tribulations.
Oh, fuck that. God didn't say that. God didn't tell you that. He didn't tell you that.
People out there who will deceive you. People out there, I mean, if we want to go back Old Testament, eye for an eye, Sodom and Gomorrah, turn to stone, man lays with a man, you die. I mean, this is all your personal choices. It's none of my business. I stay in my lane. Just don't come in my lane with your bullshit.
Isn't this crazy? This nigga is talking about him and his sons. His sons came in that tent with his bullshit and made their problem Carmelo's problem. Do you see these people? Are they fucking insane? So when people say they like destiny swap, they kind of do, because it's like you're talking about yourself. You're putting yourself, and this is something everything black people need to be talking about, and what Carmelo should feel. These shouldn't be your sentiments. And then he says he hates an asshole. Well, then you understand why your son he's not here anymore, because he was an asshole. So the same thing you hate, Carmelo didn't like it either, but he didn't mean it. But God damn it, he did the job and he got it done.
I respect everyone until they disrespect me. I've been disrespected by so many people, so many times while I've had to sit here and take it. I'm going to tell you right now, Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing.
Look, dog whistle.
Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk? What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you?
Attacking the black woman.
Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge?
He doxing.
Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, Brody? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
Whose culture is it? He said, in our culture? This motherfucker been to jail. His son was in an alternative school. What the fuck? That do you see the deflection? They're trying to bounce their fucked up shit on us. These people are fucking delusional, and I don't want to be anywhere around a delusional motherfucker because that's a dangerous motherfucker.
You people hang your hat on the dumbest I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night. Because he's gonna have many nights. Anyway, so
Did you hear what he just said? And y'all feel sorry for him losing his child. Don't bring that grieving bullshit. This is who this guy is. Yes, people, when they grieve, they're angry and everything. No, this is who this motherfucker is. And now you see why his son sat there and took that fucking, that went into that fucking, that tent, and it didn't work out the way they thought it was going to work out. It did not work out the way they thought. Hold on. So I don't want to see no black person talking about he could have walked away or anything. You see how aggressive this motherfucker is? This is who he bred. There's no walking away from that. How you handle a bully is straight up. Now, people say, I wish Mello wouldn't have stabbed him. Well, yeah, I do too, so they couldn't have fucked up his thing. But hey, that wasn't Mello's thing. That was the universe. The universe was saying it was time to take his corn-fed, big, fat, redneck, ignorant, hating ass to hell. I have never heard of a blade that small puncturing through everything and taking a motherfucker out of here. It must have been his fucking time. Hello, Vibrant. It must have been his time. Y'all feel sorry for him. Did you hear what he said? And then he called Carmelo's mother a drunk. A drunk. Did you hear? And then he stopped himself. But y'all feel sorry for him. This is the guy that put the fix in. And what I have to say, black people, get off your fucking ass. That marching, that protesting, that we forget, leave it alone. Them people don't see you as human. They don't give a fuck about you. We have no friends. We are by ourselves in this world when it comes to outside interference. They listen. The only reason why they're around us because they want to know what the right hand and the left hand is doing, okay? That's all they want to know so they can fuck it up. They're always in our business. It's exhausting. It's tired. So yes, black fatigue is real, but the real definition of black fatigue, meaning that our experiences on this planet Earth is so fucking traumatizing that it changes us as a person, and it's draining. It is fucking draining. These people are never fucking happy. When we die, they if we all was extinct, they would fucking go to the graveyard and sit around the fucking graveyard to figure out what we doing after death if they could. It's really pathetic. So this man is making all the case for Carmelo to fucking people say, well, how? I mean, that ain't the judge. It's the person. It's the judge. It's everybody. Check this out. I don't know if y'all saw this earlier. And shout out to Kwani for posting this to show where this live conference was going on. And maybe some of y'all heard it, and maybe some of y'all haven't. But this shit was just phenomenal. This is the people that were judging the case and shit like that. Let me get to it. Hold on. This shit is crazy. This shit is wild. Talking about it's not about race. This motherfucker said all types of shit that was racist. He said maybe it's our culture to bring our kids up like that. Well, your kids admitted going into that fucking tent and trying to try to cause ruckus. And then someone ended up a fucking voodoo doll. You see how this goes? Fucking dummy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'll put you on. So maybe y'all saw Dr. Candace earlier. She was in Texas, and she's going to dox the fuck out of them. Here we go. I had to speed it up though. All right, hold on.
Candace Matthews. I am the National Minister of Politics for the New Black Panther Nation, and I'm also a national renowned human civil rights activist, advocate, and author. I'm here today because I was summoned by the community. What I seen in the past week and a half was a new era, real live lynching that happened with Carmelo Anthony. Now, I had a lot of people reaching out to me on social media. I had a lot of people tagging me and everything because I cannot be everywhere at one time. I'm all over the United States. That's right. But the thing is that when I seen that they had an actual activist and they had a legal team and they didn't have no black people on the jury, that would not have happened on our watch. I don't understand how that was even able to go further than that. That should have went to the First Court of Appeals. Then after the First Court of Appeals, then it go to the Fifth Circuit Court. We would have took it all the way to the Supreme Court. That didn't happen. Another thing that I looked at is that we had people here that were paid to be moles to create chaos. See, we used to dealing with that when we on our activism travels across this United States. That would not have happened on our watch. But again, let's be clear. Everything happens for a reason. But one thing I want to let the community know, just because I wasn't here doesn't mean I wasn't working. We were working behind the scenes because we knew that this was a setup from the beginning. We knew that they was going to find him guilty. We didn't know that it was going to be 35 years though, but we knew that it was going to be something that was going to be egregious. And that's why I want to give a shout out to Charleston White. I want to give a shout out to Brother Cornell X because all of us got together so we can help this family to be able to get the proper legal team that's needed. And what we do, we're not going to push a legal team on you. We're going to give you the top of the notch, creme de la creme, and you pick who you want to fit for you. Yes. Okay? And that is exactly what we're doing right now at this time. Now, we know that they was running everything real quick with this case. Because I thought everything was going to be done today. I thought it was going to be done today. It was 2 days ago. And guess what? I couldn't be here for that day because guess what? Because as an activist, when you hold people accountable, they set traps for you. I had to be in court for a case they tried to set me up on that got dismissed on. Okay? But guess who's here today? Yep. Dr. Matthews. Okay? So, when you're dealing with a case of this magnitude, you have to have an experienced activist. You have to have an experienced legal team. And that's exactly what we saw, okay? And I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. It is what it is. Now, we are at this point where I see a DA, I seen a judge, I seen the Metcalf family, I seen my people, and the whole United States seen what happened here. So now where we are is what the next steps. Because see, I'm not going to do no press conference with no rah-rah. I don't have time for that. Now it's about action and plans of action. What I seen was that this young man, I've worked on several cases, criminal cases. I have never seen no inmate that's in a county jail going to TDC the very next day. Normally it takes 30, 60, 90 days before you are able to get on that chain to go to TDC. They hurry up and got this baby out of here. Then another thing that we also seen, that's why I'm bringing this information to you. What we also seen.
So Peep Game, you hear what she's saying, that, yo, they hurried up. He was supposed to be sitting in county jail until they figured out what they were going to do with him and how they already sent him to prison, like, that fast or whatever. So she's like, yo, it's a lot of shit with that. Like, pack him up and ship him away that fast. You do the trial in 2.6 seconds, and now you get him away from his people. He's not even locally anymore. If he's local, his people can have the lawyer visit him and stuff like that. It's easier. He's easy accessible, but they're trying to pull him away from his people as far as way to isolate him. Typical abusive relationships that white people have with black people. This is what they try to do. They try to alienate us from our people. I mean, they did it during slavery, right? Taking parents away from children, all types of shit. And now they're doing it with jail, as we see with Carmelo Anthony. You know, like, oh no, you're going right now. There was no reason to make him go right now. But it's so he can't see his parents. So it's harder for people to reach him, you know.
Was that they already gave him a public defender for the appeal. So this is why this is very evident and this is important why I had to come here. So you don't get no misinformation. So now what's happening is that we have to ensure that there is the right, correct legal team to help in this process, because we can't have no more ball dropping, y'all. We cannot. Because we have a young man's life that's at stake at this time. Now, I'm not going to get into retrying this case because that happened then. We are here now. We are here dealing with the appeals process. This is what we own, and the time clock starts now. The fight starts now. The fight starts now, people. This is not something that we just have to be, no. This is serious. This is serious. And then I want to also say to the very people that were saying, well, Dr. Matthews, she's not here. No, baby, you don't know what the hell I was doing. Because at the end of the day, I'm here now. The big dog is here now. And people going to be held accountable in these streets. And one thing that I want to lay out, because I know y'all didn't know nothing about this, since what I was told by some of the court watchers, they would bring information to me and tell me how the DA was talking in that hearing, would tell me how the judge was moving in that hearing, right? Well, baby, I got some tea on them in the bag of evidence. Baby, this is a hammer bag of evidence.
So she about to expose the judge on the case and the fucking prosecutor. She's about to expose them right now. So listen in. You know what I mean? Because they're supposed to be moral, oral, and stuff like that. I mean, they have clauses when you first get hired about how you're supposed to represent, especially for a judge and a lawyer. But we're here.
So, hold this for me, brother. See, I ain't come out here to play. I came out here, since you over here want to call this boy a murderer, then we're gonna take the covers off you. Ain't no way in hell that you need to be a damn DA with this foolishness. Did you know? Hold this, please. I got you. That there is a 75-page federal lawsuit for sexual harassment of the DA that was saying that Carmela Anthony is a murderer. Well, you need to be a registered sex offender, something. Let me read. The pot calling the kettle black, but you the whole DA out here. Oh, so you thought y'all was the only one that could go in PACES. And let me explain to you what PACES is. PACES is the database for federal lawsuits. See, we have a research team back then that's colder than the media. So let me go ahead and read a little bit of it, show you how disgusting this joke is. Serious. After Jane Doe 1 refused defendant Willis, ain't that his name, Greg Willis? Oh, okay. Advances at the Galveston TDCAA conference, he treated her quite differently in the workplace. He began demeaning and berating her. In one closed-door meeting, he told her, you think like a child, and I would treat you like a child. Defendant Willis likely appreciated the gender slurring that is implicit in a male supervisor telling a female employee that she thinks like a child. Oh, wait a minute, it gets better. Hold on. More than once, she tried to break free, but he held her tighter. These physical encounters were unwanted and sexual in nature. Jane Doe 1 eventually put in for a position in the Victim Assistance Division and got it in December 2020. This role put her under the supervision of Chief Prickle. However, the unwanted touches and full frontal hugs with moaning continued. The most recent of the sexualized hugs back in April 2022. We got a damn freak for the DA. But you want to talk about Carmelo Anthony. No, we're going to talk about you. Because if you want to sit up here and go do this rocket docket type case, well, we're going to rocket docket your ass. Because you need to be in jail. You do not need to be a DA here. But see, this is what they don't tell you. That's why you got to research your people, who you're voting for. And I'm going to say this to the Republican Party. Republican Party, y'all need to write somebody else in. Because this man here is a sexual deviant. And he has no place being a DA here in Collin County. And if you want to see this lawsuit, you can go to my Houston Stringer page or Nights on TV. We're going to drop the whole 75 pages so you can read it for yourself. It is some sick puppet foolishness in here. But hit the 8 of. Oh, okay. Let me see. Yeah. But then we took it a step further. Hold it for me. We took it a step further because anytime we pull court documents, my legal team will put it in an audit, and it'll give a psychological background of the defendant. Y'all want to hear it? Yeah. I can't hear you. You want to hear it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we have predatory behavior patterns of District Attorney Greg Willis. The complaint outlines an administrative pattern where D.A. Willis routinely leveraged his immense legal and professional power, including his authority to refer individuals for indictment and control criminal investigations, to isolate and exploit female employees. Oh, he enforces strict closed-door policies, using forested glass office doors to maintain total occupancy. Across multiple independent plaintiff accounts, Willis repeatedly utilized identical operational pretexts to force unwanted physical contact. He frequently claimed he needed help with an electronic document to draw female staff behind his desk, subsequently tapping them in chairs, massaging their shoulders, stroking their limbs, and forcing full frontal body hugs while rubbing their lower backs, audibly moaning. He explicitly framed his actions as personal compulsions, stating, telling staff, sometimes I can't help myself when he near to them, and blaming their appearance for the lack of professional control. That's the DA we got in here. That's the DA who did this to Carmel Anthony. So y'all ain't know that, huh? Oh, y'all didn't? Okay. And then, so let me tell you about, let me get this one. Oh, no, it's more, baby. It's more stuff. It's more stuff. Now, I want to give credit to North Carolina The Beat, which is another, black journalist that we all work together. All us people, activist journalists, we work together. And I thank him for giving us this information, and we confirmed all of it. However, Judge Roach, now I'm on your avenue. Get him. Okay? Did y'all know that there's a third-party website? Because y'all know I deal with judicial accountability, right? Y'all know I bring them judges and I slang them when they dirty, right? So there's a third party that I want you all to be able to go to. And I'm going to make sure that we put it in the article so you can use that as a resource. Because whatever court you go to in the United States that deal with family and children, you need to know who's on this list. And this is a list of child abuse judges. This is child abuse judges, and this comes from the childabusejudges.com. Yeah. See, you don't know until you know, right? Okay. So as of 12/22/2025, 1,400 plus judges have been accused of child abuse. Many judges 2 to 6 times. So let's see what state we got Texas up with, because this is all of them. But I'm just going to show y'all Texas. Let's see who name on here. Receipts. Oh yeah, here you go. My Versace glasses kind of got in the way. But Judge John Roach Jr. is on that list. And this is the same judge that convicted Carmelo. So, you know what they say. Don't throw rocks living in a what? Glass house. So, you need to know who is governing you guys. Because if you don't, how do you know how to move? That's why elections is important. You need to know who you're voting for. Y'all over here putting sex offenders in here, child abuse judges in here, and you wonder why you can't move 2 steps forward and you got to take 2 steps back, and then they turn around and take the kids from you, then they turn around and have your ass going to TDCJ for over 30 years. But that's what you got in this county here. So what I want to leave to the people of Collin County is this. DFW surrounding areas. We got to mobilize. We got to mobilize. We got to stop fighting each other, and we got to start fighting fire with fire. Let's go. We have to let these people know that we would not tolerate this egregious activity that they're doing to our people. We would not tolerate it. So I did not come out here to rah-rah. I came out here to tell truth to power. Thank you. So you know who you dealing with in here. See, while you go out and get in that Jordan line, you better get in that voting line. That's right. When you over there on that stripper pole, you better get to that voting post. Right. Because at the end of the day, who they affect locally is.
I agreed with what she was saying with the judges and then popping them, but they always got to get coonish and stereotype of stripper poles and Jordans. That's just that Obama shit. And I know that this is why I don't be fucking with them Democrats like that, because they be good, talking good, and then they have to say something stereotypical, but then talk about racism. Well, that came from racism, that stereotypical kind of ideology that we do bottom of the barrel shit and live unethical and immoral lives. But for the most part, I'm glad that she came along or whatever. That last part was trash, but I'm glad she came along or whatever and exposed the judge, because this is who we're dealing with. These are the motherfuckers we dealing with, because the public don't know. Their colleagues know, but the public don't know. So just understand. So we're dealing with so far 3 bad characters, as we know: the judge, the DA, and Metcalf's father. It just don't get any better. But good night, y'all. I just wanted y'all to listen to that shit because a lot of people would say, oh, he didn't say that. That's AI. It wasn't AI. That video I played with Metcalf's father, he was answering questions. It wasn't AI. It wasn't voice altered. So, and you saw where these fucking assholes got that kind of to be going up to people and telling them, you need to fucking move. Well, yeah, he moved your ass under some dirt. Have a good night, everybody. Be good to yourselves. And thank you for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful week ahead. Peace.